Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MLG Columbus 2013. It's our final match. We've gone the distance. Who's going to win?
That's a tough question. I think anyone coming into this matchup would definitely have favored DK, but after the way Speed Gaming manhandled DK in Game 2, it seems like they actually have really well prepared for Team DK.
Yeah, DK had to really scratch and claw to take that Game 1. It was a lot of mistakes from Speed at the end, whereas Game 2, Speed Gaming just seemed like better draft, better lanes, easy win.
Well, going into Game 3, I feel like DK, that draft for Game 2 was just a bit of a disaster. It did not work out well for them at all. They've really got to figure out something a bit different here for Go 3. Go back for Game 3. Go back to what worked against Na'Vi. Go back to somewhat what worked in Game 1, although Game 1 ended up being a bit of a struggle for them. They need to just go back to their tried and true.
So, for what's their tried and true here, what do you think in particular they should be going for?
Getting the Clockwork for ISSI is always great, but I think they need to make sure they get him like either the Clockwork or the Timbersaw in the first 2 picks. Get your standard Mushi-type heroes, and then get Burning, Protected Farm. A strong try-on. The other thing, the main problem is Wisp plus Chen is just a kind of weak duo as far as the laning stage goes. They need to have a good laning stage. That's where Speed Gaming punishes them. You can get either the Wisp or the Chen, but you do not want both.
All right, guys, it's time. Our final match of MLG Columbus, $68,000 and counting to first place. Speed or DK? Who's going to take it home?
Well, DK, once again, for the 3rd time in a row, playing over on that Dire side. They've got first pick for game number 3 and directly banning Sing Sing's Mirana right off the bat.
I love this because it just did too much work. You have no more opportunities to make mistakes. Just get rid of it.
Yeah, I think it definitely was a hero which caused them too many problems. I think it was Game 2 where they banned out the Lich or something instead. Didn't go too well. They're going to ban the Lifestealer.
He was neither banned nor picked in Game 2. Just
Game
ignored.
2, was he banned in the second ban stage, I want to say?
I think he was just entirely ignored. Okay. I'm not 100% sure.
It seems neither of these two teams favoring the Lifestealer all that much, but we'll see Speed Gaming one more ban up their hands. Do they ban out the Clockwork or?
Yeah, do you give away the Clockwork? That's the big question.
Well, if you ban Clockwork, you give away the MMY Visage.
Yeah, I think the Visage is actually even scarier. But I think
Druid again.
I don't know about
Speed Gaming, well, the good thing is it leads both Clockwork as well as Visage.
Well,
in the
that's
pool.
true.
So DK can only take one. Yeah.
I think you go Visage here. I think it's more important for DK, and they will go for it.
And Speed Gaming, they can Clockwork, but it's not really like a favored pick for them. I don't even know if they're going to go for it. They pick up the OD for the time being. There's your Arteezy hero. What goes with this, though? They're probably thinking about the Clockwork, but it's not really Speed Gaming style throughout this tournament. They have not been playing a lot of Clockwork.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see them go for it. It's not something Sing Sing plays often. They tend to like those dual lanes more. He won't necessarily play like traditional off-lane heroes. I mean, he's certainly capable of it, but we see more often things like the Kunkka, the Mirana that's been banned out. Speed Gaming go right for the OD. This hero has actually won. He lost in both games, actually. Okay. Mushi lost in the second game, and Arteezy lost in the first. So
I think Speed just want to get something like the Crystal Maiden, your standard kind of top-tier support here. It works well with what we've been seeing. The general play for today has been kind of safe, greedy play, getting lots of minuses, playing a lot. Ooh, they're going to go Clockwork instead, though.
Okay, Speed Gaming a little bit of a change of pace here, and I imagine this will be Sing Sing's hero then. Probably the Arteezy OD. We don't know what Eternal Envy's playing yet.
Yep. Well, this is where DK in this second ban stage are going to target Envy. They're going to ban out the Clinks as well as the Weaver, I'd say. I'd be surprised if they. I mean, there are support heroes out there, like your kind of your top tier ones, like your Crystal Maiden. Maybe you're going to ban it if you don't pick it yourself, but
maybe the Veno.
Yeah, I feel like those carry heroes are much more problematic because put Speed Gaming on heroes they're less comfortable with, like no Clinks, no Weaver. I feel like Envy, as well as Speed Gaming as a whole, just do not operate as well without these heroes.
Absolutely, completely agree with you there. As for DK, what are they going to look to do? There is still a Timbersaw out there as well. Or no longer the Clockwork because Speed Gaming have it. And they say, let's go Alk again. But this time, they've got already a much just better combination. Instead of Chen Wisp, you actually have a hero that works well with them in the laning stage. Visage Alk, very strong combo.
Yeah, whether the Visage is supporting a carry Alchemist or maybe it could just be a Lamb support Alchemist.
That's
DK,
very true.
You don't really know what's coming your way when they pick up this Alchemist this early on in the draft.
Yeah, their options are still open here. They're pretty flexible. And if you're DK, this is where you really want to be going for BKB cores. So heroes that can get a BKB where the OD won't affect them. Heroes like Gyrocopter are definitely in the pool and an option. We've seen DK run that in the past, but you want to stay away anyway from something like even like a Lone Druid, which is banned. So We will see.
Well, as for speed gaming, they're once again going to ban out that Nyx Assassin.
Do you think there's any chance that we could see a burning anti-mage?
Against an OD, it matches up decently.
It can go either way.
Yeah,
there.
it's not really one counters the other too hard there. I mean, having the pure damage against anti-mage always nice and all, but
I'm just thinking more when DK has desperately needed to win a game. Historically, they go anti-mage and they win those games more often than not.
It would be just such a suitable way to end the tournament. Win or lose. Put Burning on his anti-mage for the last game.
It would be a perfect capstone. I don't know if we'll get it, but speed gaming, it's got to be somewhere in the back of lurking in the recesses of their minds. Are they afraid of it, though? Speed gaming love to play greedy, but we've seen teams play really greedy. Burning Anti-Mage is like one of the very few things that you can have 3-4 very farm heroes and don't punish it. But instead, they ban out the Wisp.
Well, one thing's for sure, that DK are not afraid of the EE Summer Clinks. That is still in the pool here. DK, if they want to go up against it, they maybe have a plan prepared for this one. A strong safe trial lane, I feel, is just fine, and you can just deal with the Clinks in the mid-game if you actually have some farm core heroes. So maybe they're just thinking, hey, look, we'll give them the Clinks again. We can actually deal with it this time much better than game 2.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. In speed gaming, third pick, they still need 2 support heroes, but there's plenty left in the pool. Your Crystal Maiden's still available. Your Venom's still available. If they want to go for a jungler, AUI 2000 does play quite a bit of those. Enchantress and Chen are out there. And, well, Visage isn't really the best against those junglers. He doesn't do much against creeps.
Crystal Maiden also still in the pool, so I'd be very surprised if we're not going to see a CM being picked up by Speed Gaming. Even DK, if they want to run the Alchemist as a carry, CM can fit nicely as that second support for them here. So
yeah, that would be the most logical choice.
I mean, Speed Gaming, I think you just go for the CM. It's a good support. It can kind of be a semi-jungle support as well.
One other option is we do see the Eternal Envy Clinks. He made big plays in game 2. He really he shouldered the load after Arteezy. He did the heavy early lifting in the mid game. Do we see a Pugna again? Is Pugna something you want to consider?
Yeah, DK
here?
could even go for a push-oriented lineup here, something that can punish both OD and Clinks. Not good in the early to mid game.
They have
to
like
deal with
no counter push right now, just Rocket, which is it's not enough.
If you decide to put the Alchemist into a support role, definitely you can just build around that and go for a push.
That's actually a really strong combo too. You get off the Alch stun, you follow it up with a blast and then a soul shot. That will kill almost anyone.
5 seconds.
Do they consider it? It's definitely out there.
Yeah. Well, as for DK, I mean, this is do or die for them game 3 for both these two teams. Speed Gaming put it all in on the EE Summer Clinks. It's had mixed results. The one game at the end of day 1, which they lost, definitely not one of his best games against Fnatic, but game 2 against DK, that was something coming out from Eternal Envy. But he got all the space in the world. The lane setup, the draft just really worked out that he had all that space and farm. But I don't think DK are going to give him as easy a time here in game number 3.
DK deliberating on their third pick. It's been a very long day for them, especially. Of course, Speed Gaming had to play best of 3, but they did have that break, whereas DK went straight from the Na'Vi best of 3, which went long games into an 85-minute game. Then they dropped a quick game 2. Here we are in game 3. They go Venomancer. Well, this looks like a farming Alch now.
It does.
You can go Venomancer mid. We've seen LGD China love to do that, but it's not something that DK's ever done.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised by something like that. Something Sigma like to do is your little cheeky little dual lanes with the Venomancer, but that's another thing. Once again, DK generally run for the more kind of standard, just tri-laning setup here. And
Trixie plays off-lane Veno. I don't think we'll see that this game. But
remaining.
You can. He's been doing it for a while.
We haven't actually gotten Ice Hero yet from this round.
5 seconds remaining.
Clockwork's still out there. Or no, sorry, not Clockwork. Timbersaw's still out there. Do they go for it?
Nature's Prophet as well, which we saw actually banned out last game, and we haven't seen much Nature's Prophet this tournament. But
it's an option for them. So, Alch, Visage, Veno, a lot of burst damage, pretty strong early game fighting combo. And now looking at 2 solos for DK. As for Speed Gaming, they do need supports. We'll see the Crystal Maiden Beast picked up now. That should it could be a Pylite Eyes, it could be AUIs. It depends on this next pick, but most likely Pylite Eyes here. And DK to go Bounty Hunter. Remember, I think it was game number 1 where it got banned in the second stage, or was it game 2?
Game 2.
Game 2. It was game 2. And that would have worked well for them.
Yeah, the Bounty Hunter is good against like your kind of greedy CM play because you can steal the last hits as well as the experience because CM bad base damage, the frostbite damage is just ticking away over time. You can easily time those last hits in the jungle.
Also, Bounty Hunter is really good against Clinks.
Oh yeah.
you track him, you don't have to buy dust, and you also can it makes it easier for you to run him down with the extra move speed.
Yeah, he's not exactly the best hero. If you Bounty Hunter's in lane against the Clinks can harass him and harass
Yeah.
him hard, but Bounty
It's
Hunter's
more
not
for
going
the
to
mid
spend
game.
that much
DK's
time
turn to
trying to outlast
ban.
hit a Clinks or anything. This is all assuming Clinks goes to the safe lane. We saw last game, they just kind of send it to the off lane and just catch DK by surprise with their laning setup.
Yeah, there are no standard lanes at this point. These teams have shown they will do whatever it takes to win, and they're very adaptable.
10
They've gone for the
seconds
aggressive
remaining.
tri-lane Pugna in the past. DK, we've seen them go for like Ice
5 seconds
and
remaining.
Mushi solo safe lane in mid, and then just snowball from there. DK can also run a defensive tri-lane.
Reserve
I'm
time.
thinking that they just want to make the one thing they need to do is make sure Bernie actually farms this game. Last game he did it, and that kind of ruined the game for them.
Yep. Well, the last couple bans coming out. Windrunner gets banned by
Radiant team
DK.
pick.
Not going to see that Pile Die support Windrunner. I like this ban from DK. Definitely something where we've seen a lot of the Windrunner throughout the tournament from Speed Gaming, and Speed Gaming just love this Windrunner as a support with those shackle shots. But they have another pick coming up now. 5th pick for Speed. What do we think we're looking for, LD?
It should be another support. It will be a Chen.
Okay.
That's AUI 2000's hero. The
DK's
draft
turn
is now
to
complete
pick.
for Speed. DK, it's up to you. What's Ice? Well, sorry, not Ice. What's Mushi going to play?
Yeah. There is always that small chance you put Alchemist mid. You put Alchemist mid, you get your anti-mage. Do we
Maybe.
get to see? I don't think so, but
It could be an Alchemid and an Anti-Mage. That's actually
Yeah.
true. Well, guys, we do have an update. The prize pool is now finalized. It's just over $136,000.
wow.
I think it's the biggest Western event outside of the International.
5
That is
seconds
huge.
remaining.
Huge shout out to the community.
Yeah, the Dota 2 community's chipped in. Started out as $50,000 and, well, some $86,000 in change. They pick up the gyrocopter. It is an Alchemist mid. They don't go for the anti-mage, but I think the gyrocopter is probably the better and more standard and safe option here for burning on the carry.
And he
roll.
just works so much better when you have a bounty hunter and all these aggressive early to mid game heroes. You can just actually go fight with Gyro, go for kills. And DK now have what looks to be the much stronger 5-man lineup. They also get a BKB carry, and I like the way they've drafted because Alk, Bounty Hunter, Gyro, all these heroes can build BKB, and that's really what you want against OD. That being said, the Clinks Syrian arrows are still going, they go through BKB in this patch, so Clinks will still be pretty effective here.
Yeah, Clinks is going to be the big hero for Speed Gaming. You can expect your solo mid OD to do pretty well in mid lane. He's against, actually, support Alchemist. Mushi is solo mid Venomancer. Interesting.
A little LGD China Dota
Okay.
here.
10 seconds
Interesting.
remaining.
And if you roam around with this Alchemist Visage, you can actually cause Artesia a lot of
5
problems in the mid
seconds
lane.
remaining.
The big problem is what we saw happen with Sigma when they versus Speed Gaming is they put too much attention and focus on actually shutting down Artesia in mid, giving all the space in the world to Envy. But it's time. Game 3, Speed Gaming versus
Prepare
DK.
for battle.
Let's get things underway, LD.
Let's get it on. DK, your beasts from the east. They took an 85-minute epic of a game, then they dropped a quick game 2. Here we are all tied up, our final game of MLG Columbus. DK will start with Lamb. He's playing the Alchemist, burning, going to be handling the gyrocopter. They're going into the enemy jungle. They've got a very strong level 1. Mushi, the Venomancer, MMY or Die, going to be playing your Visage, and that leaves Ice. Troll extraordinaire as your bounty hunter.
He's been pulled a bit of region, has a lot of HP ridden. DK can look for an offensive trail in here.
And if they find some heroes at level 1, they could easily kill. If you gale anyone, they're dead pretty much.
Observer gets planted. This will scout out DK in a second. They're going to walk past it, burning. Oh, nope, hasn't walked. Okay, there we go. The ping's coming out.
30
A flurry of
seconds.
pings come out.
They see this, and we'll introduce them. They're your North American European mixed team on the Radiant side. Speed Gaming's AUI 2000 on the Chen. We'll see Eternal Envy, Iyisama on the Clink, soloing the middle lane. Arteezy, the A-God on the OD. In the off lane, it's going to be your Sing Sing Clockwork, and then finally, support Crystal Maiden for Pylai Dai.
Gods, you forgot to introduce the 6th man. Eternal Envy in his pregame interview said, Bone 7,
The
give me
battle
strength.
begins.
He's here in spirit with Speed Gaming. That's why they've all got a 7 at the end of their names. And it looks like they'll be doing a bit of dewarding. I hope we do get to see Bone 7 at a future MLG.
Yeah, absolutely. More Dota 2 coming to MLG next year, let's hope.
Well, with that being said, guys, the creeps have now spawned, and we're going to see a very obnoxious lane here for DK. The off-lane bounty hunter, so hard to completely shut down. Crystal Maiden Clinks is just not the best combo for killing him, so Ice should get a lot out of this off-lane. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, well, actually it looks like it's going to be a bit easier to shut down this Clockwork. They could actually kill him.
AUI successfully dewarding his jungle as well. Both sentries succeeding in taking out an Observer Ward, then a sentry. His big camp will respawn at the 1 minute mark.
This guy is like one of the most meticulous players in terms of knowing all the details about game mechanics, statistics, and it goes to show he knows exactly where those observer wards are.
And meanwhile, the DK Sentry Ward was like just out of range of this observer ward here. It's not going to D-ward, but it will block this big camp.
It is really just
They
out of
tried
range.
to deny AUI's jungle, but they're not succeeding in doing so. He's going to come back, get this big camp. What he won't be able to do is stack and go for that like super fast mech rush, which he likes to sometimes do. He may look for more sort of gank-oriented play here. Well, an early smoke as well on himself.
The big thing to keep in mind here is even though all those wards get de-warded, it means they don't have sentries to actually try and kill the bounty hunter now. So Ice can get a lot more off the offlane. In fact, he was the player who kind of pioneered this, where you'll even buy in his own observer wards at times on bounty hunter, just to ensure that they don't have sentries to go and kill him.
Well, smoke coming out from DK. They're going to rotate MMY and Lamb towards middle lane. Arteezy.
He's got to be careful here. You can astral dodge that stun, but it's going to be hard.
He's going for the rage creep. This could be his death. The Gale going to lead things off. Mushi hits him with the poison thing. Here comes your Alchemist Sun. Dodges it, though.
I think he's still dead here,
I don't know if it's going to matter. Yeah, with the Soul or something, with the slow. Arteezy going to go down, looking for a deny, maybe. Not going to happen. First blood. Team DK take it in our Game 3 decider.
Arteezy, he's such an aggressive solo mid, and DK able to punish it. Now they're back in the driver's seat. These supports just seem very comfortable for them, having the two aggressive early roamers. And I want to talk about this mid matchup, because we're seeing a Venom mid against OD. Hold that thought. He might go down here. Arteezy's gone in. They try to bring him low. 2 more right clicks. Should be enough to get the kill. He's got boots, and Mushi doesn't. Mushi's going to fall. Make it a 1-for-1. His boots were on the courier, just a few inches out of range.
Oh, so close for Mushi. That's a big return kill there, giving OD just that little bit of catch-up that he needs after giving up the first blood. Your supports for DK are going to rotate back towards the top lane.
Burning's also farming in this game. We do want to keep that in mind. Last game we saw Burning just basically left on an island in a horrible matchup. That's not happening this time around.
Same time, Eternal Envy on the Clinks. He's getting his own free farm at bottom lane, so in theory, it's multiple lanes going speed gaming. So Arteezy in a bit of trouble at mid lane. Mushi's in with a Gale, 2 points in Poison Sting.
Giving him the right
Not
click.
going to chase
My
to the high
goodness.
ground, but he's got the salve here to heal himself back up, but this Poison Sting damage over time, really annoying.
Does Veno beat OD? At least right now, it seems like Mushi gets to win the man fight.
The last hitting part's hard. Arteezy's going to completely dominate him in terms of last hits, but
the other thing is that wards are so cheap in terms of mana cost that it's almost impossible to prevent Veno from having mana to drop them.
Yeah, to say, OD was ignoring that ward. You can one-shot those.
Yeah, well, he can get a bit of additional gold there, but Astral doesn't really stop you from spamming wards. So it's kind of a nice way to deal with OD.
Burning doing his best just to zone out Sing Sing from this lane. He's trying to get in here just to steal some experience maybe from the neutral camp.
They can easily kill this Clockwork. If they get off a stun and Burning's in range to Rocket Barrage, Sing Sing is dead. He's got to be quick on the cogs to avoid getting caught. But for now, they're not going in.
Who do you feel like this early game lane stage, 1 kill apiece, do you feel like this is like a much better tempo for DK with the farming Alchemist? Farming Gyrocopter?
Well, it's definitely much better than last game. I think they're back in their comfort zone. I don't think it's bad for speed gaming, though. To me, it's still, I'd say it's pretty even, maybe a slight edge to DK.
Well, Sing Sing getting decent amounts of experience from this offlane. He's already up to level 3.5, trying to keep track as much as possible on these supports. They're going to pick up another smoke, it looks like. Could look to rotate mid once again. Your Veno, level 4, approaching level 5. He'll get another point in that Poison Sting, which is causing Arteezy quite a number of problems already, but Arteezy's just dominating the life.
He's not level 6 yet. Can't really go for a kill here. Mushi is currently out of mana. He doesn't even have the 20 to drop a Plague Ward, but as soon as the Astral ends, he gets it back. So.
Arteezy's got 25 last hits to Mushi's 11 right now.
Yeah, he's definitely not doing well. It could be worse, I feel.
Yep, well, Lamb is rotated mid, as has your Bounty Hunter for Ice. They'll show the Visage top, which kind of makes Arteezy think that he's probably safe at mid, but that may not be the case.
Level 4 Bounty Hunter at the same time.
He's scouted. This Observer would seize him.
Ice in trouble. Now the Alks here. A wild stun appears, but once again, there's an Astral Dodge, and this time I think they might have the backup.
He's got no mana for a Gale.
Oh no! ODO turns around, gets one, wants 2, he'll get 2, and now Mushi on the run. Do they get 3 here? Mushi!
There's a Test of Faith. Mushi may go down to this Test of Faith. They need another CM nuke. Not going to happen. AUI not quite getting close enough.
What a player. How many players would actually turn and fight there? He's Astral Dodged every single Alk stun as well. This is really frustrating for DK.
Having the Alchemist roaming against an OD just seems so hard to execute. They're going to go back in on Mushi here, looking for the Frostbite.
Oh, he's toying with Pylai Die, not able to get the kill.
Hope if he gets the Frostbite, AUI comes in with the Test of Faith, and it would be, but not quite close enough. And Mushi going to bring out a Salve and Clarity. He's just got no farm at all in the middle lane.
So let's take a look at item progression here and see how the players are developing. Eternal Envy did go for a pretty fast Midas. He's actually had it since the 5-minute mark. That's impressive stuff from him. As for Burning, Burning went phase boot, so he's not going for the greedier build. At the same time, this will allow him to just take lots of early fights, and instead of track might be the real Midas for DK, and getting phase boots early means they have a better chance at securing those kills.
Yeah, I feel like this is where Speed Gaming winning 2 of these 3 lanes is actually going to give him a nice little edge here. Ice isn't going to be hitting level 6 fast enough to really help out his team too much, and level 6 Clockwork just offers a lot more than your level 6 Bounty Hunter does. Having a proper initiation just helps so much in the mid game.
He's not level 6 yet. Ice is a tiny bit ahead in terms of experience, but it's not a big difference. And we'll just see both teams kind of settle back into a comfortable, more defensive farming rhythm. Already, AUI 2000 at 6.5 minutes is a higher level than the Chen of Lamb was at like 10.5 minutes. So the Bounty Hunter normally good at shutting down jungle Chen, but he's got to be following the Chen around to do it. I almost wonder if they should have maybe tried to lane this more like how we see Na'Vi do it, where the Bounty Hunter is a 4 position and just follows the Chen around into the jungle. But
yeah,
he's not doing
follow
that.
the Chen around, follow the CM when CM's looking to frostbite and kill creeps.
And then have someone else in the offlane.
Yeah. Mushi at mid has gone back to max out the Plague Lords. These level 4 Plague Lords are very, very annoying. Arteezy, though, he's farming them, and with his high base damage, he can actually kill them, not fast, but in a decent time.
It's just, he's fighting a losing battle here. He'll never be able to push out. It's going to be tough for him to stay in lane off to constantly battle Crow, and every time you get hit, that is going to be just ticking you away slowly but surely. Meanwhile, though, Pylite dies smoked up, wrapping around towards mid. Mushi.
Just an observer ward for the time being on the high ground.
Well,
I think he decides
that's a good way to use this.
Going in for this kill is very tricky because DK can get quick TP counter support here. I imagine even Burning. Yeah, Burning's got a TP scroll himself. Something DK love to do with Burning is get him involved in these kills.
Well, that was pretty cute. Saintsy hand on the low ground, but they have gone in mid onto Mushi. The Frostbite's there, but the Great Wall of Wards is here. The Great Wall of China for Mushi.
Yeah. OD can't push past these wards. He's so low here. He's bottle crowing for days, but he just can't run past these wards.
I'm liking this Venom mid against OD actually quite a bit.
And now he's starting to get farmy. Didn't farm well early on with the last thing, but now that he's got a great stack of wards, he can do so. And once again, CM rotating from behind. OD can't get in.
She might die here. She's in a lot of trouble. I think
Level
she's actually
3
dead.
poisoning. Pylite die may have just given away his life. The OD can't even get here. OD zoned out. CM going to go down. Mushi.
What a player. And Arteezy's almost dead to the creeps. He tried to run past them. He couldn't even get close. AUI is just off solo pushing bottom. The tower is going to get denied. Burning. Great reaction. That's a big tower deny. Yeah. My goodness.
I think just miscommunication from Speed Gaming. CM going for the flank there. Arteezy needed to tell him, no, I can't go in. Like, you just say flat out, I can't go in, and they should not be looking for that kill.
Yeah, maybe the CM thought could just harass the Veno and then run away, but Veno can just solo kill anyone if he's ahead of you and you have to run. You do not escape from this hero.
Mushi's just set up camp mid lane. He's not going anywhere. Doesn't need to.
Should see a Midas for him, unless I guess he could rush the mech. He has the headdress, but...
Ooh, I like this rotation, though. MB is one hero who can rotate and kill off Mushi. Mushi out of mana, MB with maxed out Searing Arrows. But Mushi's positioning is...
pretty good. I don't think he's... Oh, maybe he will get caught.
He walked back
Did
in
I
here.
jinx him?
No, I think he's just... Oh, one more Searing Arrow. It's going to bring
Got
down
him.
Mushi. Eternal Envy. Just enough damage.
Yeah, it was like one step too far. If he's just a tiny bit closer to the tower, he lives there. Meanwhile, top lane, we do see a rocket from Sing Sing, but Ice is on the prowl again. He walks towards AUI. He wants Arteezy, but he suddenly found 3 heroes, and they could be about to smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
He's given his bottle to the Chen here. He's going to be sent back to base. That's what's going on here. And Ice is just getting some information, but unable to really do a whole lot. And OD completed Midas for Arteezy.
Was slightly delayed by that tower deny top by probably by about 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes. So pretty important that Bernie got that deny. But now we see double Midas, DK, no big farming items for them just yet.
Midas coming on Mushi, but
yeah, that's true.
Burning. I wonder what's Burning actually going for? He's going to go
BKB
for the BKB rush.
Yeah, so no Helm of the Dominator, no Midas for him or anything like that. They'll look for track gold to keep them in the game in terms of gold. And overall, looking at CS, it is actually a bit of a lead here for Speed Gaming. Only 10 minutes in, the kill score 4-3. Gold and experience is going their way. They're up about 2K gold, about 1.5K experience, and now Envy, he's marched onto the high ground. He wants to go on Mushi. Where's the Gale? Doesn't even throw it, just tries to run. I think he's going to go down to a zap. One more, not in range for it now, Burning.
Oh, the flank's coming in. Oh, the Chen getting solo will be brought down here. The Visage has finally shown up with some solo stuff, but it's going to be turned around.
2
DK
for 1.
have lost 2 so far.
Pylite Die giving chase. The wards are taking him down, but if the Familiar Stone comes through, I think Pylite Die is going to live, but now Speed Gaming group up as 4, and they barrel down the middle lane. Ice, 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 unable to do anything. This is where having the Bounty Hunter, like you said, he just doesn't do much in the direct clashes. He's more of a kite you, pick you off kind of hero.
Well, 2-to-1 trade going well in Speed Gaming's favor. They rotated everyone to make sure that one goes right. And these first kind of actual big engagements are so crucial. In Speed Gaming, when they've got a lead and they win them, puts DK even more on the back foot. They rotate in Burning for that and don't get enough out of it.
DK, very deliberate, very slow pace for them. They're definitely behind at this point. They don't have the tempo anymore. The Venomancer dying quite a few times. It's going back for a Midas, though. They have some comeback mechanics, to be sure, with Track Gold, with the Midas coming out, with Gyro being one of the better just late-game farmers there is. They can be behind and still catch up, but make no mistake about it, Speed Gaming's in the driver's seat.
I love the way MB plays his Klink, so he doesn't wait and try and farm the Orchid like most Klink players. He immediately, as he hits like level 8, level 9, has maxed out Skeleton Walk, giving him a ton of movement. So he just starts roaming the map. Midas Treads is all you need, apparently, to be helping your team get a lot of kills with all this bonus damage that you get from Searing Arrows.
DK starting to mount the push and the pressure mid. In game 1, when they had a lot of success, we saw them constantly applying pressure. There hasn't been much pressure in games 2 or 3 as of yet since those early smoke ganks of this game, but now they'll go for the tier 1 mid. Can they take this tower, though? It's going to be tough.
Oh, Chen just stealing a little lane creep here, trying to stall things as much as possible. Glip coming out as well. Ice, Ice, Ice. Looking for some vision here, but that Sentry Ward being deployed means he has to be very careful. It looks like Speed Gaming just going for a trade at top lane. They'll give up this tier 1 mid.
He's running in. Pylai dies. Should have spotted him out by now, but the track comes through. He didn't have his camera there from the looks of things, dropping low. Can they kill him in time? Sent back home. A few more seconds. He's going to live.
He'll heal up by the time this Soul Assumption gets there.
It's going to crash into the base. He actually almost died to it. That was close.
Envy gets the top tier 1 tower.
So they keep the Crystal Maiden alive. Envy's up to 2.1k gold. It's just enough to get that Blink Dagger if he wants to. But generally, I expect to see... Oh, hold that thought. They do spot him out here.
Can track him out.
With the Familiars, I think they can kill him. But they don't have him tracked.
They need +1.
I think Familiars are your +1. But, oh, Bounty Hunter is
You've got,
low on
like,
mana.
you can't actually like lock him in place. He just runs. He shadow walks and runs away.
True. Well, not going to go for the naked Familiar stun. And it is a Blink Clink, so it's a Blinks.
We get our Blinks. All right.
We get our Blinks.
He's level 10. He hits level 11. That level 2 Death Pact is going to give him a lot of bonus damage. This is a scary looking Clinks.
Yeah, at the same time, he's not going to be fighting for some time.
Yep.
Maybe he does some more of attrition style Dota. We see him perhaps try to pick off a support, but this really says that Speed Gaming want to take this more late game as opposed to trying to fight in like the next 10 minutes.
It's Clinks who's like creating space for your OD to farm. It seems like they're treating Arteezy more like the hero who needs to get the space to farm, because Blink Dagger says fight now. It also can be used for an escape spell as well, but it does suggest they want to try and fight now.
I think it's more just you can split push aggressively and then blink out when they try and counter gank you.
Yeah.
That's how he's generally used. It's like a rat Dota kind of item.
Well, he's going to be at the bottom lane. Going to catch out Lamb here. Lamb hits level 6, but this is such a fast and easy kill. Lamb pops the ultimate. He's going to go down anyways. MB gets the kill, blinks his way out of there.
What a magician. Poof, he's gone now, but they are going for Roshan, slowly whittling away at it with wards. This is going to be a pretty slow Rosh. With the Alk dead, that means no acid spray here. Takes a lot longer than it normally would.
Well, Speed Gaming haven't scouted this one out just yet, but now they do. Rocket Flare coming in. They know what's going on. Sing Sing's ready. He's got the hook shot. And Envy with a haste rune. Can he actually try and take this fight? Looks like DK have decided against going Roach.
With the pressure mounting mid, DK, they need to be defending the tier 1 mid as well. And I don't think you even want to be attempting the Roach at this point. Maybe you try to go for a pickup on Arteezy, but very difficult to find an opening. He's already got the 4-staff.
They can roast without even being in the pit. Wards plus acid spray seems to be just enough for him, and they're just daring Speed Gaming to try and fight this. It's really hard for Clinks to fight with the Blink Dagger build.
Complexity gank here. Wrapping around. Envy does have a blink. They can Rocket Flare. You can blink in and try and steal this. They also have a hook shot available. Do DK know what's coming their way? Something wicked this way comes. Hook shot, though, it's going to miss. And now the fight breaks out.
Uh-oh, 4-staff away. Nicely played by Arteezy. DK so far not picking up any kills.
Venomancer ult comes out. Big soul assumption. Now your Crystal Maiden ult. Full duration. Not being canceled. Mushi's low. Mushi's dead. And Sing Sing is going to join the fight. The Aegis Eternal Envy managed to jack it in the midst of the chaos. But he does get popped. He's going to die again. 3 heroes dead. It looks like Speed Gaming are on the run. They might lose 4. This one's going to be a track kill to the entire enemy team practically. And he should go down here.
Yeah, this is track kill after track kill for DK. They get a 4th here. Only the CM left standing. Envy actually managed to sneak into Roshan, finish it off. grabbed the Aegis, but he just straight up died twice. DK, even without getting the Roshan and Aegis on their side, they win a big team fight, and that was well worth it for them.
What do you think about the choice there to go for the Roshan? Would he have been better off actually fighting heroes and then go for Rosh? Do you think they could have won the fight?
I don't think he can fight heroes with his eyes. I think he made the right call there to try and sneak the Aegis in. If he can escape with the Aegis, like trying to blink out, then it's fantastic, but he managed to get his way in there just to steal the Aegis as well as even get the Roshan gold for his team, but it was just a bad place for Speed Gaming to be fighting. I don't feel like they're ready and they just don't really have the levels or items to fight this DK lineup right now. Visage, the king of the mid-game team fights. You're burning Gyrocopter, even without BKB, level 2 calling. He had just level 1 for that fight.
And now he's actually got the
good for
BKB.
team fights.
Now he's actually got the BKB. And on top of that, they just got a lot of experience out of that team fight, something they desperately needed. The one hero who's really far ahead is your Kligs, but outside of that, DK are pretty much caught up when it comes to it, so they'll be a lot more comfortable. Now the BKB for burning is delivered, and I think we're going to see DK start to be more confident, more aggressive in their movements. But Ice 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 top lane could be in trouble here. There's a dust on Eternal Envy. This seems backwards to me. Klink's getting Genki the bounty hunter, and Ice 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 is just dead.
Envy just blinks in front of him and say, hey, where you going? Well, Envy's tracked up, though. And DK are rotating there. 4 heroes towards top, but Pylai and Sing Sing are awaiting him.
It's like watching an antelope hunt a lion or something. That seemed backwards to me. But they go in on Pylai now. They've got a dust available. Can they actually find Eternal Envy here? Not going to be able to for now. He runs north. He's going to stun himself. The Alx in all sorts of trouble. Now the hook shot comes through. Hammer drop as Arteezy delivers a killing blow. They bring down 3. And now they look for more. Pylai may fall here, but then Burning as well as Die need to get the hell out. They're going to lose. It looks like they're going to lose Pylai. Burning, the lone survivor, unless Sing Sing can run him down. He's got to force that battery assault soon. They might get everyone here.
Well, they get the track movement speed. It Burning will make his way out. The BKB already used once. Envy's got Blink in 5 seconds, but not going to look to follow up this one just yet. Ice.
Or is he? He's diving deep. He wants to go on Burning. They're close.
They actually haven't really
found anything. 4 step forward. Not able to get in range for an Astral. Instead, they're going to go on Ice. Is there any detection here? There's no detection from the looks of things. I don't think they can actually kill him. Maybe they can. They're going to duke it out. Arteezy's still alive. The rocket comes forth, trying to bring him down. He's going to get stunned, but he'll get sent home. I think he's going to live. He's going home. He is Astral for right now. And no, it looks like he's going to go down.
The send home was used on, I think, the Clockwork to save him from a stun. The stun chased him all the way back to base. Here's Sing Sing stunned up. He got sent home by the Chen there, and it saved his life.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, he does end up going down. A dust just got pogged. Lamb's going to stun himself, loses half his health in a hurry. What do you make of the way this game's developing? It seems like for the most part, Speed Gaming are coming out on top and overall seem to be in the better position, but
Envy is just being an absolute menace here. He's going to find Lamb. Lamb is going to go down, I think.
Envy needs to go, though. Oh, no.
Blink out.
That's where the blink is great. If you're ever in a bad spot, you just run away.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to live.
He gets, and the movement speed you get from Skeleton Walk just gives you practically permanent haste if you want to use it.
He's up to 3K gold here. The Orchid should be the next choice. Orchid into a BKB. And once he finds Orchid, we've already seen he can solo kill the Bounty Hunter, certainly if he's got any backup. And a lot of these other heroes are equally food. Your Alchemist is food. Gyrocopter, even Gyro, maybe you can't solo kill him, but if you have a +1, Searing Arrows do go through BKB now. So as long as he's held in cogs, they can bring him down too.
Well, the DK second place curse, LD, is it going to continue here? Because right now in Game 3, Speed Gaming lead, 7.5 thousand gold lead. That's really worrisome for DK. This solo mid Venomancer, it kind of looked okay-ish early on, but suddenly it just feels like they don't have the damage output they need for these fights.
They have track gold. I think that's the big thing. If they can find the openings, and right now they're looking for one. They go for Arteezy. They'll have Lamb in the front lines. Ice is here with the track. There is no Hand of God available. Another great Astral. Man, what a player, but I think he's still dead. Everybody surrounds him. This will be track gold for the entire enemy team. The neutrals almost came in and denied him, or at least tried to, but not able to do so. Yeah. Still, even when he dies, they are getting something. They're farming the enemy jungle, and they're pressuring top lane.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to get this. Or maybe they do get the T2 down. They may even look for a kill here on Burning. Burning could be at force to pop his BKB just to get out of a Frostbite.
They almost had a Crystal Maiden ult there. Pylai was mid-cast animation.
And they're going to get the T2 tower. Burning can't fight. He's got no BKB, and Speed Gaming, you know, they'll get the Tier 2. Meanwhile, DK, they're gunning for this Tier 1. Speed Gaming may just TP and defend this, though.
Speed Gaming taking a Tier 2, not even giving up a Tier 1 yet. It's actually a BKB before the Orchid, and now we're just going to see DK in a lot of trouble in the next team fight. They will get the tower, though, and I think trading towers, even a Tier 1 for a Tier 2, because of their
Radiant's
position in
bottom
this game,
tower
it's
has
still an alright
fallen.
trade.
Yeah, and once Burning wasted, well, not even wasted, uses BKB to save him from the CM plus Clinks, they can't look to defend that tier 2 tower. It's just a losing fight for them if they try and do so. So
Right.
they're forced to retreat. They get a tier 1. They go for a little trade here, but the longer this game goes, I just worry more and more for DK. Clinks as well as OD, just such a strong dual core in the late game.
And that's, especially these heroes are just great at assassinating the opponent. They burst you down. If you're too squishy, you can't leave the base, you can't roam or farm on your own, and you lose the war of attrition. And further hurting that cause is going to be Pylai Dai's latest pickup. He goes for a Midas now, so give Speed Gaming 3 Midases to the 1 of DK. The gold keeps on pouring in. DK could get a lot more than these Midases if they found track kills consistently, but they just can't seem to do it.
Yeah, most of their kills coming before, like Ice even has really been involved. He's been involved in 6 of these kills, but doesn't feel like it's enough coming in. Now Speed Gaming just look to split the map. They put the Clockwork at top lane, pushing things out, and they've got AUI in the jungle. He's farming up at 4 stuff, and then your Clinks and OD just farming all over the map. It feels like Speed Gaming are just being so efficient, 5 places at once, whereas DK are forced to stay grouped up as 5 just because of this Clinks.
At the same time, the one concern for Speed Gaming is how do they actually break the base? Because they have Clicks who's pretty good at demolishing towers, but I think it's more just that DK are a great high ground defense team. They've got Venomancer, like the ultimate hero to stop pushes as far as supports go. And then you look at Gyrocopter, Visage, fantastic high ground heroes. And if you do overextend, then you give up a lot of track gold. So even though Speed Gaming are ahead, if they go on to win this game, it's going to be a while, I imagine.
Yeah, it seems like they're happy to play this slow-paced game, though. They'll go for the Hex on your OD. The Clinks has already got his BKB, so I don't think we're going to see an Orchid at all. I imagine he's just going to go for a pure damage on either your MKB or your Daedalus.
Yeah, that's what he's shown is when he goes for the BKB, he does opt to skip it. And now Sirinaro is cleaving through the tier 2. The second to last outer tower falls, and Speed Gaming get one step closer to that MLG championship.
This would be quite something. Starting out 0-3, turning things around. This is a team not many people would have put up there as like a top contender of this tournament. Coming against your Na'Vi, your Alliance who got talked about. And even after that, it was your Liquid and your Fnatic, your DK, who people thought would maybe be contenders. But Speed Gaming have made their way to the Grand Finals, playing with a last-minute stand-in Arteezy.
It's like the ultimate Cinderella story, like you said. Just such a great dark horse tale. It's not over yet, though. DK are still in this game. Roshan will respawn right now, but Eternal Envy continues to be the thorn in DK's side. He goes now, stealing the Dark Troll Warlord, blinking onto Burning, and now gets tracked, but he's got to
be aggressive.
He knows they can't kill him because he's got BKB.
Not much to go through it and really actually cause many problems here. The homing missile going to be dealt with, and now I think DK may just lose their last out of tower here. It's so hard to take this fight.
Well, it looks like Speed Gaming say, well, we could go try and take the tower, but that means Gyrocopter has a chance to just blow us up in a team fight. Let's just farm their jungle.
I think this game comes down entirely to Gyrocopter for DK. We saw Na'Vi, what they can do with a Gyrocopter when they were behind something like 10,000 gold. At this point, this game may be all up to Burning to just pull out a miracle in the late game.
Well, if you had to pick one carry player to pull out a miracle in the late game, it probably is Burning.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, this is the kind of game where I feel like he may be forced to go for these like aggressive Divine Rapier type builds because.
Well, that is the one thing. He's not that cocky generally as a carry player.
Well,
sometimes you need that just Havos level.
Envy is nowhere to be seen. He's off in the enemy jungle. Meanwhile, Roshan getting chipped away.
They've got a Hex now on OD. This is a very fast Hex. 24-minute Hex 4-step shreds Midas. Arteezy is equally farmed to Eternal Envy. Space created.
Envy's got a backside coming. There is a gem on MMY, but the BKB means Clinks can do a lot here. There's not really good instant stun. Alchemist, he has to channel his.
The one thing they could do is maybe Gale him before he BKBs and then just run him down with track, but that's about it.
Oh, don't think they've spotted him.
No, I don't think they have.
Yet. No.
Maybe they might have seen him earlier. No, I'm not sure.
They're playing very tentative around this Roshan pit. They started to work on it, and then they immediately got scared. They've probably seen the OD Hex by now, and they know Envy has this BKB.
I don't know if they have. In they go. Here's your ultimate. OD's going to blow up one. Burning's dead before he can even pop his BKB. He'll buy back immediately, and Envy says, let's get the hell out, guys.
Another stun dodge coming out from Arteezy. Envy with his BKB wearing off. It looks like Speed Gaming have to retreat. They heal on up, and they're ready to re-engage.
Well, Burning's giving chase. He does a BKB here still. Can they actually lock anybody down? He pops the BKB. He pops the cooldown. It's going to hit on 3. This is a disaster for Speed Gaming. Everyone's melting. 2 have fallen. 3 will fall. Can they get Arteezy as well? DK turn it around. They keep themselves in this deciding game. They want Arteezy. No juking. No running from Burning. 4 heroes dead.
What a fantastic turnaround. Talk about making good use of buyback. You may not get unreliable goal, but you kill off 4 heroes burning into the Roshan pit. DK go. That was quite something. We said we needed something big, something miraculous out of burning, and he just delivered it.
That call down placement was just perfect. Right as far the maximum distance he could get it from himself, and Speed Gaming seemed like they didn't know it was coming. They just ran back in for a split second, ended up just getting everyone picked off. They tried to retreat right away. I mean, as soon as they saw Burning Ball back, Sing Sing drops the cogs, they all try to run, but they just couldn't get out of there in time.
There's your timing for
3K gold all of a sudden on Burning. You want a fat gyro, you're going to get one.
Absolutely. I'm not going to be looking at items like, I mean, we talked about the Divine Rapier. Those come much later. He'll be looking for Butterfly, MKB, Satanic, these kind of things before he even considers the Divine Rapier. We're not quite at that ultra late game stage just yet.
Now a Blink Dagger on the Alchemist. You want some close to instant initiation, you may get it now with this Blink. It gives them the opportunity to look to jump some of these split pushers, especially like OD. If you're channeling your stun, you blink on top of him and instantly release the stun. It's like a quarter of a second to react instead of a good half second, maybe even a full second. So interesting little pickup here, but pretty unconventional on support out.
Well, Envy now constantly just being annoying in the enemy jungle, looking to roam on through. The Visage gem, though, actually, have they still even got this gem? Oh, it's on the Alchemist now. They've switched it to the Alchemist.
Yeah, with the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
So, this is very long-range initiation now. Blink Alch stun. I mean, you can run somebody down for like 2,000 units out.
Yeah, it's a nice little pickup here, and DK feel confident with the Aegis on their side, with the now Eagle Song on burning as well. Even up against an OD Hex, they want to push, they want to take the fight to Speed Gaming.
One of the issues here for Speed is that Eternal Envy's already started to build towards Daedalus, so he's not going to be able to go MKB first, and Butterfly Rush becomes a lot more scary. There is a Hex on the OD, but that's it to remove the evasion.
Well, the tower getting tipped away. It looks like DK don't want to fully commit to this one. They do pop the mech already, so how we're going to go down eventually.
Oh, you don't want, you really got to consider twice about fighting now. Then they go, Burning comes in, no call down deployed just yet. He's holding it in reserve. The ODO comes from the backside. It's Arteezy cleaning up. He brings down 2. He might bring down everybody by himself. 3 heroes dead. Burning on the run. He's gonna die here once, and if he dies once, it's probably twice, maybe not. Familiars pursue out Arteezy. Gem hits the deck. AUI snags it. Now Burning with no BKB, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's a team wipe.
Wow, Crystal Maiden just staying alive. Eternal Envy, the hero of that fight. That fight broke out. It kind of broke out right where the tower was. He blinked behind everyone. He took out the Venomancer. He took out the Visage. He focused down these squishy supports, and I didn't even think DK didn't even realize where Envy was during that fight. He just blinked behind them and caught them by surprise. That Blink Dagger just creating absolute chaos in that fight.
Yeah, it was him and Arteezy, who also came from the backside, shows up with the Hex. They instantly just murder the supports. And then Burning, once the BKB's down and he's left alone, he is easy pickings. DK need more orderly fights than that, and they... Speed Gaming, again, it's whenever we see them winning in close games or relatively close games, they just seem to do best when they can spread the fights out and get chaotic.
Yeah, DK, you do not get orderly fights when your Clinks has a Blink Dagger, when OD is using his 4 staff, as well as Chen with a 4 staff, just to spread out these heroes. Gyrocopter wants everyone grouped up for his flak damage, for his cooldown, and he's not getting it, at least not in that fight. The fight before it worked perfect, and Speed Gaming are saying, you're not getting that again.
Well, 29 minutes in, DK, they had that one big fight that looked like it could be the turn of the tides. Burning is getting close to Butterfly. There won't be an MKB on this Clinks for quite some time, but there's still the OD Hex to worry about. And we've seen when Burning gets hexed, he can just die from almost full HP to nothing instantly.
Yeah, he has to be so careful. Just the 1300 HP, and that's where having a Butterfly is not going to make a difference against an OD Hex. DK, though, decide...
And they just don't have like a good defensive support. There's no Shadow Demon here. There's just nobody who can bail him out. Or a Chen, for example.
Yeah, the mech is only a small little boost to his actual HP here, but DK decide they need to try and make something happen. They got to take it to Speed Gaming, try and get some more track out for themselves. But this Smoke, not actually finding anyone. Speed Gaming very well positioned here on the high ground.
Eternal Envy, Daedalus is complete. Big crits incoming. Lamb, though, is going to be the one leading the charge here. They deploy an aggressive Observer Ward, but Speed seem to just know where they are. Arteezy's waiting. Burning's been spotted mid, and, well, with Burning in the middle lane, you've got to be expecting them to be here. And he's going to look to steal some Ancients, so DK, they did a lot of economic damage to Na'Vi in that crucial deciding game 3. They jack the enemy Ancients whenever possible. We'll see them do it here as well.
Speed can see all of this going on, though. They've got this Observer Ward near the top river. They scout out all the support heroes as well as the heroes behind Burning. They're not going to look to take this, and They're happy just to back off, wait for these next couple items up.
Speed Gaming also have a gem, so likely that deep observer ward is about to get dewarded.
And I think for Speed Gaming, they're in no huge rush here. They've got the Midases. They've got no buyback on MB as well, having just completed the data list. They're happy to play things a bit slow. Also, the BKB for MB is on cooldown. Not sure when he used that one, but...
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure either, but either way, Eternal Envy continues to farm. And we head towards the mid game, and already, actually, we're 31 minutes in. It seemed like we were only like 20 minutes in or so, but I think it just goes back to all the Midases and just ancient stacking, track gold. There's a lot more gold in this game than there would be in some others.
What's next for DK? You've got a Butterfly on Burning, but I feel like even with this item pickup, he needs more. He needs a Satanic.
I think he just needs raw HP so that he maybe can live through a Hex. Because if he doesn't, so Satanic would be the logical choice.
Yeah,
then.
and if he lives through the Hex with a Satanic, then he can actually lifesteal all that HP up very quickly by popping the Satanic. So.
And for the supports, I think you talk about this a lot. They need 4 steps, as many as possible. So if he does get Hex, they can hopefully bring him back to safety.
4 staffs and Ghost Scepters.
Or even Diffusal Blade.
Visage
like
has
Puppy
both.
did.
He's got Force and Ghost Scepter. Mushi's looking for an Aghanim Scepter, but he may even have to go back for a Ghost Scepter here before even completing the Ags, because that Clinks just tore him apart in the last team fight.
Yeah, Daedalus Clinks, Eternal Envy, now scurrying around. It's funny to see the Clinks, those little legs wiggling as he's got the haste rune online, but he'll head towards the top lane. They just continue to farm the enemy jungle, and Speed Gaming, they're keeping it even in terms of gold gods, but actually they're not pulling ahead any longer. It's really stabilized.
Even with that big team fight win, it was not really enough to completely pull away for Speed Gaming.
And this is when no kills are happening. If DK get a couple kills, that graph plummets their way because of track gold.
DK also have a couple more towers on the map left for the taking, so if they can win a fight, get to these tier 2 towers, they will shoot up, but they haven't really got the best line to do so. It's going to come down to Alchemist hitting multiple heroes in a stun, I feel. Familiar's landing perfect stuns, and then Gyrocopter looking to clean up. But his damage output just with the Butterfly isn't really there from the flak. He's going to need the cooldown to be hitting heroes now that it's level 3.
Yeah, and your OD about to pick up a BKB, so Speed Gaming will have 2 of their cores with BKB. Blade Mail's up on Saint Saint, it's been up, and I guess he might work towards a BKB next. But you get to a point where then it's only Gyro who can do damage. Venomancer is useless against BKBs, pretty much. Same for a Bounty Hunter who doesn't have damage items, and Bounty Hunter just isn't going to farm that this game.
Venom actually has an Aghanim Scepter. Mushi, something he always does is leaves his item on the ground rather than career, so he's actually snuck his way up to an Aghanim Scepter. He's got a decent amount of farm here.
Yeah, he left that courier space for his team. Good teammate that he is, but with that, I guess the issue is, again, the BKBs. How much is the Axe really going to do for him?
MB goes on the high ground. BKB, he wants to bring that MMY. The Ghost Scepter immediately getting used. MB taking a lot of damage here. He's still got BKB. He's saved it. He's going to go on Burning. Now falls back, though. The Gale's actually slowed him down. And MB, he's overextended.
Oh, here comes Arteezy. He's got to turn this one around. They lost Clinks. They lost another support. They get nothing. They just bought back on the Alchemist, though, DK did, so a bit of a loss there.
Stuns, Poison Sink slow as well. There's your full-staff Grave Chill. Uh-oh, Arteezy, the A-God, going to be brought down.
DK doing it. Triple kill. They turn another fight around, and that one had quite a few 3-4 hero track kills. That's a lot of gold going their way.
This is very costly for Speed Gaming. They managed to accrue a very sizable lead, but fights like that are not going to be something that they're going to be too happy about. MB just blinking in way too aggressive there. DK had numbers, and Speed Gaming even had the Observer on the high ground scouting things out. They could see the gem on Ice Ice Slice. They could see that DK had 3, 4, 5 heroes there, but Envy still chose to take the fight.
It goes back to what we talked about. I think the key thing there is the Ghost Scepter on the Visage. Without that, he actually dies right away. He was crucial to getting the kill on onto Arteezy later in the fight. Eternal Envy shouldn't be focusing Visage when he's a Ghost Scepter.
It feels like he didn't check their items. That was
just
a bit of a misplay there, not checking their items maybe, because otherwise he could have worked out well for him.
And if they get enough Ghost Scepters, then how's he going to kill him? That's where maybe they have to go for a Diffusal Blade. So DK, after a huge team fight win, they're still on the back foot in terms of gold and experience, but in terms of just map control and confidence and the way they're playing, it seems like DK now have the momentum in their court.
Yeah, and it's like a 3,000-4,000 gold drop almost just off that one fight. The experience even more, 5,000 experience dropped towards DK's favor. And
that's a steep drop, to be honest. Quite a steep drop.
It's 3 kills a tower as well as 3 kills that were, I think, at least a couple of them tracks. Roshan going to be respawning soon. DK positioned nearby. They've got Acid Spray, they've got Minus Armor, they've got Burning with decent damage, but killing this quickly is not going to really be possible if Speed Gaming are around. But Speed Gaming mostly at the top lane for now.
Well, Speed Gaming just farming as a unit. They're a bit worried about getting picked off, it feels, and Looking to smoke very soon as the courier comes on in. Where are they going to go with this smoke? I guess that's the big question.
Rocket Flare constantly scouting out Roshan. Speed have seen that Roshan has respawned in.
They're very far away, though, and Roche will die pretty quickly here to DK.
Yeah, they've got the decent minus armor. Burning going to be going in there. They dropped the acid as well, and Speed Gaming.
Uh-oh.
They're smoked up.
Are we going to see another Aegis Jack attempted by Eternal Envy? This time, I think he'll actually take the fight with the BKB and the Daedalus. Could be a repeat, though. It's going to come close as Burning continues to work on the Roche from the high ground as Pylai die, waiting to pounce. Eternal Envy's here. They've spotted it out with the rocket now. No hook shot just yet, but they're all clumped up. Speed Gaming. DK definitely know they're here, and they're still forcing the Roshan. The familiars in the pit, Burning to the right. Everybody hanging back, just waiting for the right moment to strike. Not going in yet.
Up as well.
Four step, there's your sight. The initiation on Burning. OTO gets dropped. They need to bring Burning down. He gets four step to freedom, but now Mushi, he'll fall. He did get off his ult before going down. The call down comes. It's going to connect to Arteezy. The Burning dies, though. He gets picked off. It was Eternal Envy from the backside with the Daedalus, bringing down Burning, turning the fight again. They double buyback. Gyro as well as Bounty Hunter immediately into the fight. EE's going to fall. They are getting track hold here. Can he blink out? Can he blink out? Can he blink out? He can blink out. He's going to live. Maybe not.
MMY forced up to chase him up. He needs damage from his soul or something. He doesn't have it yet. They're not actually giving him ticks on the soul tap. He gets the kill. He goes down, but he brings MMY with him.
But they do get the Roshan. They do get some track hold to help compensate. Now
Forced up to the
AUI.
high ground. Fancy footwork from AUI, and Lamb ends up stunning himself here. Great maneuvering coming out of Speed Gaming.
Gold experience holding stable. I'd say it's still okay for DK because they get the Aegis and the cheese onto Burning. Even though he had to buy back, well, I don't actually not sure why he's farming right now.
Ice bought back, Burning bought back. Yeah, multiple heroes having to use these.
Thanks to track gold and thanks to the fact that they got the Roshan kill, it's still pretty much even, I would say. Maybe a slight loss for them.
Well, 24 to 23 the kill score right now. Speed Gaming. They're strong. The problem is right now these fights are going down when they've almost got like your not max items on OD, but he's got his BKB, he's got his Hex. He's at sort of his core items. For DK, they're going to be getting stronger. Gyrocopter really starts to reach his full potential when he gets that Satanic in. Well, he's used his buyback, he's got cheese and Aegis. He's definitely going to be buying that as soon as he can afford it.
And now he can hang on to the BKB. He doesn't have to worry about the Hex initiation anymore because he's got Aegis and cheese at his back. When this team formed, Team DK, a lot of people were saying Burning's just not playing that well, gods. It was Mushi and Ice 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 carrying the team, or so they thought. A lot of it probably came down the way they're drafting, but, well, when push comes to shove, wouldn't it be something if Burning can prove the haters wrong and show that he is the ultimate carry?
I feel like he has proven that he is as well deserving on this team as everyone else. Burning really is what sums up what DK has been about. He's the one player who's remained consistent on this lineup for the last 2, 3, 4 years, and, well...
Can he do it here? It's time to find out as DK smoke up with an Aegis at their side and Burning starting to get very farmed. He goes back for a Reaver. I think Speed Gaming, you want to wait out this Aegis, just kind of dodge fights. This is where having your Blink Clinks is very nice. You can be very aggressive with your split push, but they don't really want to be engaging DK at this time.
Yeah. Burning's got his Reaver now. It looks like DK may just try and force an engagement by grouping up his 5 here. They're smoked up, sure, but they want to just go down to this bottom lane and start straight up pushing it. I think they definitely can. Speed Gaming.
Yeah, you go for the tier 2 here, and Speed should let it fall. They don't want to be fighting this.
The other problem for Speed Gaming is this Eternal Envy BKB is getting shorter and shorter. That's the problem with getting it up too early, is that they are, and he's just using it very liberally. He's using it to start off these fights, try and gank the backlines. His BKB now already down to 5 seconds.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, just saw the BKB randomly get used. It didn't seem like there was a big team fight at that time, but he'll still at least, it'll be a cooldown less often, I guess. It's only got the 40-second cooldown, so that's something. It's not ideal.
Lamb has a Ghost Scepter of his own, so getting actually kills in these fights is going to be a lot trickier for this Clean. That's where having 2, 3 cores is important for Speed Gaming. They've got the OD as well.
Rock it on!
Sing Sing also, with decent farm on his clockwork. He's got Blade Mail, 4-staff, starting to work on a BKB of his own, perhaps.
Yeah, I guess the one thing I'm interested about is, are these supports going to continue to be useful this game? Because Crystal Maid and Chen, sure they have the Midas on the Crystal Maid. AUI's farm pretty well, but we go back to some of the games we've seen in the past, these supports just don't scale as well as the ones that normally Speed Gaming pick up.
Yeah, as for DK, you've got a Visage as well as an Alchemist. Alchemist can kind of turn into a semi-carry, although he's not building that way. Blink, Ghost Scepter. I guess Alchemist is in a similar boat. With just a stun here, his late game is actually not that impactful either.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit more useful though, because Acid Spray is really helpful for Gyrocopter, And he does actually have a proper stun, whereas Crystal Maiden as well as Alchemist do not, or Chen do not.
Yeah. Visage, I feel, is great any stage of the game. Having a triple familiar, if you can farm up an Aghanim Scepter, those stuns in the late game, always powerful. Grave Chill is also a great spell to have against Clinks, and that's something with a 4-5 second BKB, Grave Chill can really cripple the Clinks in some of these team fights.
Well, guys, they've been playing their hearts out here since very early on Friday, or Friday night actually, and now it's come down to this. It could well be one last big team fight. DK versus Speed Gaming. DK now pushing in the top lane. They're getting closer. They can taste it. They can smell it. For them, the money's obviously fantastic, guys, but I feel like this is, like you said, get the monkey off your back. They want to actually win a Dota 2 tournament. Can they do it? They have really been, it's been in their court, the momentum for the last few moments. They blink it now with Lamb. You don't want to dive
Just
that.
forcing Speed Gaming back. I think not so much looking to engage, it's just looking to guarantee that DK will get this tower uncontested. There is a glyph being forced out here, but Speed Gaming, they haven't got Clinks here, they haven't got the OD. They're just going to let this one go.
Yeah, they got to wait out the Aegis at this point. They do pick up a Shiva's really nice item to just help mitigate the Gyrocopter's damage output. And of course, you have that additional armor, so that's pretty nice. I like this choice from RTZ, but at the same time, this Gyro is still going to be hitting very hard.
Well, back to getting more irons here. Clinks has a completed MKB all of a sudden.
They've
This'll
kept
help
up with
against
their farm.
The evasion, yeah. Looking at the net worth, it's the Clinks and OD actually ahead of Burning, only by a small margin, but...
I think this is where the gold graph can be a bit misleading, because some of those buybacks, it says there's a 5K difference in gold earned, but you look at the net worth chart, and it seems like it's quite a bit more.
Yeah. DK have had to use buybacks on multiple occasions to stay in the game. Twice Burnings had to buy back to win DK a fight, and even Ice using buyback in one or two of those big team fights.
Yeah, and not able to earn gold from things like creeps. We actually saw Burning trying to farm Ancients right after he bought back, but you don't get gold for that. The Aegis is going to be reclaimed soon. Burning's up to 2.7K, so he's starting to reach like peak Gyro performance, where you go for the big damage item. And I guess the big question is that big damage item a Divine Rapier?
I think if they can guarantee themselves the next Roshan and Aegis, at that point you get the Divine Rapier.
I think you do too.
Yeah, you've got one slot for the Aegis, replace the TP scroll with a Divine Rapier, and I think you're pretty much set for the late game.
And if you lose that Rapier, you're pretty much done.
Yeah. Probably. Especially
that's
give Clinks a Rapier, yeah, you're pretty much done, so.
That's the risk you got to take. Oh boy, double damage rune at the top lane. It looks like they might. Are they going to try and bottle this, perhaps? Eternal Envy just sitting on it, waiting for a good opportunity to use it. DK have not spotted it out. We saw that late game double damage rune earlier in this tournament.
Envy going for the late game bottle play, so.
Well, I don't think we'll see the bottle just yet, but he is just waiting to use it.
He waits, he grabs top. He'll meet up with this creep wave as it's about to reach the DK base. Are they actually going to look to engage and take a team fight? I think they will with this double damage rune.
Well, they definitely know Roche. The Aegis is gone. It's not a bad time to go. Burning does have buyback. He's the most important hero. They're going now, though, with the 4-step Scythe initiation, but he gets 4-step back. He's still alive. The ODO gets dropped. He will fall. He might be forced to buy back here, gods, and that would be a huge blow to DK.
Just the one 4-staff over on the DK side.
It was
not
the DD rune. It did make the difference there. Without that, I don't think they get that kill.
DK, moments like that make you think, hey, one 4-staff not enough. They need a second one, and now they're going to try force out the buyback from Burning. He's going to
80 seconds. He doesn't really have a choice. 80 seconds, if they wait that long, I think this will be dead.
Yeah, they're trying to stall as long as possible. Maybe just cut down a bit on the respawn time. Gravechill comes out.
I think he's going to take a lot of damage. Blink stun initiation from Lamb. Be careful about diving, though, because Speed Gaming do hit quite hard. They actually drive them back. The pipe gets popped by AUI 2000. Are they going to continue chasing? They did buy back on Burning, so now they really want to force the fight. Eternal Enemy's on the run, a 4-step, a Grave Chill. He has a BKB, hasn't been able to use it. There's your 4-step to freedom. 3 4-steps just got used in a row, I believe. Now EE still waiting to fight, still waiting for his moment to engage. Remember, Burning bought back. If he dies again, that could be it. But they get a kill. I believe that was a track kill.
And the send back onto the Clinks gets him to safety. Dust's not going to find anyone. That's Gyro goes down, buys back, and all they end up getting after the fight is a Chen. DK have to use anyways. That was all about not losing Raxes, but...
MVP 4-step.
Yeah, this is where Speed Gaming have multiple 4-steps.
4. They have 4.
Go on this Clinks, he gets kept alive. You go on Burning, only one 4-staff to push him away. 4-staff is just such an amazing late game item.
And Speed Gaming, they're really mustering their courage, but I think for DK, the key thing is they don't lose Rax, and even though Burning's forced to buy back, the Roche has not respawned yet, but it is coming soon, so Burning will be alive for the next Roshan fight. He won't have buyback for it, though. If he dies in that fight, then DK are screwed, because then they probably lose the Aegis, Then
Oh,
after
yeah.
the Aegis falls, they probably lose Rax and maybe
Aegis
game.
and Cheese as well will be the next Roche. And Familiar's just hovered above this Roche pit. They know that DK want to scout this out as soon as it's back up. As for Speed Gaming, Rocket Flare can be easily spammed just to scout out the Roche pit.
By the way, I do want to point out, Bernie actually had Cheese in that fight. He just never got to use it. If they didn't have the DD rune, again, like I think he would have popped
Yeah.
Cheese and the fight would have turned around.
Well, I guess he still has Cheese for the next fight.
It's the God strat. Just wait for that DD rune when all else
Yeah.
fails.
It works wonders.
Great way to win your pub games, especially if you're tiny. But, well, they're going to hang out near the Roche pit. DK all about the Aegis and all about the gyrocopter at this stage. Even, they are getting farm on these other heroes. We've talked so much about burning, but hey, Mushi's got a Yasha. Maybe builds towards a Manta style here. Lamb up to 2.9k gold. There you go, second 4-staff.
Okay, yeah, they need as many. I think they look at a fight like that and say, look what Speed Gaming did with their 4-staff. They saved the Clinks. We couldn't save Burning with 1 4-staff. Let's get 2, 3 of them. Is there a feel Venomancer getting an item like Yasha? That doesn't really do much. Venom is not a DPS hero. Manta style, yeah, it's not really.
It's okay
that
for
strong
like
of an
pushing,
item.
but it's very much a luxury item. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a core item.
He
And
could
I don't
go
think.
for a 4-staff himself if he really wants to.
Yeah, I think it would be quite useful, or even a Ghost Scepter would be
So
nice.
he
here.
has picked up a Manta style though. Mushi going for that kind of semi-carry-ish Venomancer.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out. Hey, eventually, I mean, he's not the best DPS here, but he's all right.
Well,
If some of these other key heroes do die, OD, the big item's coming out now though. The OD refresh orb comes out, and Arteezy. This is pretty much like peak OD. You don't really go much beyond this.
Yeah, he boots of travel maybe to replace his trades. More importantly, he'll look maybe to replace his BKB with a full 10-second one, should he use it this one when it comes.
They're going to start pushing in the middle lane. Roche is not up yet. Remember, Burning, no buyback. That could well decide this game. He cannot afford to die again. But he's also, he's TPing into the tower. Do they go on him right now? No, they're running.
Oh, Lamb goes in with a blink. The stun going to follow things up here. Envy does get hit by this, but I don't think DK want to try and engage. 4 staffs as well as Hex on the OD, double Hex on the OD. Burning can go down very quickly. And like you said earlier, there's no defensive supports that really help Burning. All there is their own 4 staffs.
Yeah, but at the same time, Roche's respawn, and they've spotted it with the Visage, but I don't think Speed Gaming are going to give this up uncontested. Sing Sing's already maneuvering for a hook shot. He's got an okay angle from here. He's not quite in range of the pit, but he will be soon. And as for Team DK, they work on the Roche. It looks like just a repeat. I'm having deja vu of our last fight. The Speed Gaming start to move towards the top of the pit. Roche will fall faster this time. Burning is getting bashed, gods. Are they going to commit to this? It looks like they are.
A 4-staff into a Hex will be the death of Burning. He's going to have protection coming immediately from these 4-staffs. Oh, don't block Burning.
Missile to fly. It's going to connect. They don't really want to go on OD. They're just trying to stall. I don't think DK want to be sitting in this area.
Yeah, Ice wants to get off as many tracks as possible. Just try and keep vision of DK for the time being. So far,
He's only gotten
to do
one.
so just on the Clinks, but
Yeah, and well, that will be removed by BKB, something else worth keeping in mind. But he gets off another check now on Arteezy, and Ernie goes back towards the pit. The Great Wall of Wards, spotting things out as best they can. A Wild Chen went into the jungle. He's stolen a setter. Mindsword.
anything for scouting at this point. It's not even about what creep it is. It's just about getting vision of what DK are up to. Rocket Flare only gives you some vision over a limited area.
In comes the rocket. It will be destroyed quickly. It's getting close to killing this Roche. Down to half HP, 4-step scythe. Here we go, but now they've got the double 4-step. ODL's been wasted. Now the familiar stuns. Double familiar stun. This could be trouble if they fight Bernie right now. He could clean them all up. Going to work, but he's actually not getting a kill. It's Eternal Envy who strikes first. Brains down one. Now burning. He's got to pop his cheese. He did it a bit early. He chokes a bit in the fight. Now he falls. He's dead for 100 seconds. And Speed Gaming should get Roche. This could be game.
Absolute disaster for DK there. We talked about Arteezy having a short BKB while burning. His is down to 4 seconds. He just couldn't fight there. And that's
what? Lamb, he starts the Aegis!
What a play from Lamb!
He's probably going to pay for this with his life, but hey, anything he can do to keep his team in this game.
He goes down once, he'll go down twice.
And this is wasting their time when they want to be pushing ahead.
Bang.
Oh!
Lamb's still alive. He's got Blink and Force up. They can't. Oh, don't walk into Chen.
Sensational play from Lamb. It felt like that was the final nail in the coffin, but he ripped it out. He's trying to climb his way out of it. At the same time, though, burning, no buyback. There's just no DPS. This could still be at least one of Lane of X, if not two or three.
Buyback is back up now. Burning's got it now. There's a hook shot, though. That's going to catch out Lamb. Force up out of the cogs. He needs to cast his stun, but he can't do so. Self-stun. Lamb will go down.
Lamb goes down. Does anyone else go down here? The chase is on. No, they just retreat. And in fact, This Bernie buyback, he's accomplished
Dire's middle
nothing with
tower
it.
is under attack.
Yikes. That was like his gold for his next big item. Doesn't
Yeah.
get the Aegis, doesn't get anything out of this.
Forget about the Divine Rapier. Speed Gaming say, you ain't farming that, Bubba.
Dire's
We're looking to
middle
break the
tower
base right
is
now.
falling.
50 minutes in. This could be our deciding fight. Bernie coming in, drops the cooldown. They all force staff away. Now they turn around. His BKB's over. His BKB's over. He needs to run now. Sing Sing comes in with a 4-step cogs, but he's now retreating out. Drax flying forth. The Scythe on the Ice Ice is absolute chaos. Both of these teams clearly a bit tired. Nobody dying yet aside from that Alk earlier.
Well, the poison damage doing a lot here. The Venom Edge, I think, is going to kill off Sing Sing. He goes down to the Venom poison. Whoops.
Sad Sing Sing. Speed Gaming. Envy, he dropped his Midas in the pit, by the way. Picks it back up. Very cute. Wanted to get the Aegis, but not able
I mean,
to do
at this point, Speed Gaming are just winning these team fights with 4-staffs. Like, anyone DK go on gets instantly double, triple 4-staffed out of there.
And now I don't think your Gyro's farmed enough at this point.
Yeah,
Burning-
you've got to kill heroes instantly. That's the only way you can prevent 4-staffs being used as savers. If you do so much burst damage that they can't get out of there, but DK don't have that kind of a lineup.
Speed Gaming just have better burst in general. They can actually just kill a hero during the Hex of OD, whereas DK have good general AoE damage, but Speed Gaming have Hand of God to counter that, the mech and the pipe to counter that. General AoE damage just doesn't do much. They need more damage items on Burning, or they need someone else to provide the damage, but Manta-style Veno Eggs is just, or Eggs Veno is just not going to cut it. They need, like, real DPS items.
Yeah, Envy's completed the
Butterfly,
butterfly
your
now.
MKB.
Yeah. This is getting trickier and trickier for DK. They're forced to just keep sticking and surviving. Demon Edge picked up by Burning. This is, I don't think it's for an MKB. I think they're far enough behind that it's almost, you have to go Divine Rapier at this point, even without an Aegis. It's a 4-second BKB, but you've got to just hope your team can keep you alive and create the space you need to do the flak damage.
Yeah, you basically have to hope that you BKB, drop cooldown right before doing it, and then get off 3-4 flags during BKB. If you do with the Rapier, I think they still win the fight. Ultimately, Clinks and OD are a bit squishy. You look at the Clinks, even with Death Pact up, he's probably around like 2,300 health, which is good, but it's not, it's not like a 4 or 5 slotted Chaos Knight, for example. And OD around 2,100. Killable with the Rapier, still very hard to kill though.
Well, this game now firmly in Speed Gaming's control, but DK still managing to push out these lanes. They get a T2 tower, in fact. Speed Gaming just not in position to defend this one.
Burning, he's farming the enemy jungle. Remember, no buyback available for him. There's no Aegis to bail him out, and he needs to go Rapier. Well,
He's just used way too many buybacks this game. That's where the goal graph is like 10,000 or so in Speed Gaming's favor, but
probably like
really
15,
it's a whole
20.
lot worse. Yeah.
at this point.
The gold lost from some of these players as well as just, I mean, forced to use his BKB constantly.
Okay. They get an Eggs on Visage.
Yeah. This is
He could be kind of your
useful
secondary
pickup.
source of damage. It's not ideal though.
It's not a game changer, but definitely just having that one extra bird for your stun, having that little bit of extra damage output is useful.
Speed Gaming, can they do it now? Can they break the base now? It looks like they just want to forestall any sort of Aegis shenanigans and consider taking a team fight while there's no chance of DK taking an Aegis, so they push down the middle lane. They look to go high ground here. There's no clever initiation, or is there? Lamb blinks in, drops the stun. Now they Gale Arteezy before his BKB's been used, but he will retreat out. The creeps come marching in. The creeps go down.
Well, multiple tracks being deployed here by Ice, but not sure how much this is going to matter. Envy's just waiting for the moment to blink in, pop his BKB, and find the easiest
And
target to
four
kill.
staff Scythe on the Burning. They need to burst him, but he gets four staffed away. Now the BKB from Envy's down, so he goes back on the Rex. First lane of Rex, down for Envy. Arteezy drops his ult. He brings everyone low. Nobody's dead yet, though. Burning on the way out. Now they grave chill him. He's got a BKB. He held it in reserve. Great patience from the young gun. And they'll take a lane of Rex. They'll get out safely, make it two, because Envy's going for the jugular. He's cutting DK off at the knees. He blinks out. He's dodging. Four staff. They do stun Arteezy, but there's no follow-up. Lamb just can't make the openings happen.
Here comes Bushi from the side. He's looking for an ulti. How many of these heroes can he actually catch? Manta, ulti, poison over his head. The cooldown going to catch up multiple heroes. No BKB for
staff.
OD. Full staff gaming. OD going ham. Burning going to go down. And with that, DK may be out of this game.
This might be the end of their run at MLG. They're almost out of options. They're down Rex. In the base is Eternal Envy. In the base
down
is
goes
Eternal Envy.
Arteezy.
Forget about that. He's going bottom. He's working on the tier 3. Glyph gets forced out. More buybacks, but he TPs away. What a magician.
Please, EE Sama, have mercy.
What a Houdini. Oh my goodness.
DK just getting manhandled. Top racks is down, mid racks is down. Multiple buybacks get forced out, and your options now are one. Divine Rapier Gyro as soon as possible, but I don't think Speed Gaming are even going to get to that point.
He is 1,600 gold away. He's not that far, but
They're trying to end the game. The buyback from the CM, they're going to try push before Gyro has his buyback, but 25 seconds. He will have it. Are we going to see another Gyro buyback? I think we may.
even if he does, though, he just doesn't seem like he's doing enough damage anymore. Yeah. And if the cooldown's hitting, I think it would be enough, maybe, because he actually gets to use all his flat cannon auto attacks, but they just like four staffed away, and it never worked. It was a delta split.
MB goes into the high ground. He's just going to go straight for the tower, straight for the Rex. He's got BKB. He can just focus the Rex. It's MB going to get the melee barracks at bottom lane. Speed Gaming going for the mega creeps now as well. MB goes down, insta buyback.
Uh-oh, Arteezy needs to run now. They can't afford to lose too many. They BKB, they try to TP out. Pylite die. Me might be the lone casualty along with Envy, but Envy came and he saw and he conquered. He got the lane of Rex. They're very happy with this trade. AUI, he'll be a track kill here. Maybe it gets them towards... No, sorry, he did have to buy back. So.
Not even a track kill.
Yeah, not even a track kill. They get nothing.
Everything
DK
going Speed Gaming's way.
They're pretty screwed now.
That's suicide from MB. Well worth it. This stage of the game, just getting that melee Rex gets you one step closer to Mega Creeps. MB, he probably won't want to suicide again, even if he can get Mega Creeps, but...
I like how he goes back to farm.
Well, no gold for you.
Yeah, well, that's okay for Envy. You do get that Midas gold, though, but he's no longer got the Midas. And what a fight for Speed Gaming.
Burning again buys back.
Yeah,
That's,
he was like 1,600 from Rapier gold. Now he's, what, 2,400?
There's not going to be a Rapier for like 5 minutes
just,
or so.
It might not happen this game at all.
I agree.
If it doesn't happen, though, they're not going to win. So somehow he's got to find it.
Well, down 5 racks is here. DK, they've been in some tough positions throughout this tournament, but this one by far the most difficult. Speed Gaming, a dark horse coming into this tournament. They may be your MLG champions if they can secure this victory. DK still looking for their first title, and it may elude them one tournament longer. It
may well elude them. At the same time, though, I think they'd still feel pretty good about their performance here, especially after the struggles they've had in the Chinese Dota scene, going deep in this tournament, taking down Na'Vi, taking down Alliance. They've had a hell of a run. But you want to win that championship. Second place isn't going to cut it for the likes of Burning.
It's just like such a fresh, new page that we're seeing here in the Dota 2 scene. Normally it's your Na'Vi Alliance dominating Dota 2 tournaments, but here it's Speed Gaming in the Grand Finals, and in the Grand Finals, ahead of DK in the game decider.
Great to see some fresh faces. Completely agree with you there, and it's the GG rune. It's the DD rune. It's gone once again to Eternal Envy.
Is there glyph? There's no glyph. You just BKB and get this rack. Surely, double force up. He's being sent home as well. The send back. Oh, not enough.
A little bit too early.
Too early. That was double force up with a send back to try and backdoor the racks. That was cute.
You know, this Speed Gaming team, especially. Oh, Track's gonna fly out. No, he'll be okay. If you ever have a chance to talk to AUI 2000 or Eternal Envy, these guys are like the ultimate theory crafting Dota nerds, and we really see it come into play in their games. Like stuff like that. Other teams just don't really do that stuff.
They just think very fast.
They're just very creative as a team.
They'll see how their heroes can synergize. They think of combos. I mean, I think we heard it in one of their Turtle Beach team chats where they're like, oh, remember this combo, how you can do like the Elder Titan stomps to set up like the A ult and stuff. They'll just remember combos and like let each other know like, hey, this is something we want to be trying to do.
Really? Blink Dagger on the Chen?
Gotta get in range for those sendbacks.
So he can sit even farther back than Blink in to send him home. Okay.
I guess.
I can get behind that.
I mean, Blink Dagger is the name of the game. Mobility is just one Speed Gaming this game.
How appropriate.
Daggers, it's all, and yeah, I mean, talk about the 4-stars being one of the most value items in the game. To me, like one of the best, most affordable items there. But the Blink Dagger for Clinks, it's paid for itself.
Can you believe this item got nerfed significantly and it's still this strong? I mean, the active is so good, it's almost like irrelevant what the stats the item gives you are. What an item.
Envy is just all over.
Here we go. This could be the final fight. In comes Envy once again. He gets the Mega Creeps. That might be it. He might go down here. BKB he tries to fight his way out. He's sent home.
They can't get anything, DK. They can't kill a single hero. Between sendbacks, between heals, between
they're out of options. Speed Gaming have found a foolproof way to win this game.
Burning 500 gold away from the Divine Rapier. You need to start to send the courier there now. Even with the Divine Rapier, it's still at most like a 1% chance for DK to win this game, but they'll take that 1% chance. They'll look to turn this one around, but it is just so desperate right now.
And as for Speed Gaming, they're happy to take the safest and longest route to winning this game because winning it is winning it, no matter how long it takes him.
Burning misses a siege creep. That was his Divine Rapier gold.
Well, he'll have some more creep
All right.
spot him.
Well, there'll be lots of creeps coming their way with the Mega Creeps now up. Burning has enough money. Divine Rapier will be coming. We've seen
Today is the day of the
Divine
Divine
Rapiers
Rapier.
in one day.
Well, how appropriate that many
There
call
we
him the
go.
Bee God. He's
It's
picked
on.
up something divine here. It is the Rapier. Normally you see a Gyro Rapier and you get really scared if you're the enemy team. I don't know
This
how
is-
scared Speed actually
It's like
are.
a too little too late almost. And there's Roshan up as well. DK, they have to stop Speed getting this, I think.
Well, they'll try and contest. If they get the Aegis and Cheese on DK, it only just keeps them in the game. It doesn't. But if they give it away, then I think Speed Gaming just throw bodies at the racks or at the throne and take this game.
Yeah. Burning.
I think they're going for like a triple four-step conga line into the pit. Get ready
One
for it.
Hex and
They're
Burning
coming
may
now.
die.
They pop the Shivas. They four-step in. They drop the ult. Burning's going to drop. Rapier hits the deck. Nobody picks it up. They don't even need the Rapier. They say, we'll kill you anyway. Now Sing Sing snagged it. He's gotten the big, bad sword for himself. Lamb dead.
GG, Speed Gaming are your champions here at MLG Columbus. What a way to end things here. What a game here. We had a fantastic couple of series, and Speed Gaming are going to walk away with the title, LD.
What a Cinderella story. What a team. What a group of players. They don't even have their official roster here. Bone Seven's not here. He was the sixth man in spirit. He gave them strength, and they're shaking hands on the main stage.
They've been through a lot on and off the playing field, and give it up for these guys. Speed Gaming, well deserving of that championship. DK played their hearts out, but it was not enough. They got beaten by a better team in Speed Gaming.
Couldn't think of a more deserving team. What a sensational game. What a way to end our first MLG championship. Whew. What a day.
It's been a long road to find our champion here, and LD, it's been a lot of fun.
I think you disappointed some people, Gods.
Oh, I've disappointed a few people, that's right.
There might be a Reddit thread about it. Well, Speed Gaming, in the end, they're your MLG Dota 2 champions. I'm sure we'll have an interview coming up with them. In fact, we've got it ready right now. So over to Clutch on the main stage. Speed Gaming, how do you feel?
Thank you, gentlemen. Going through the round robin, day number 1, 0 and 3. Day number 2, 5 straight games in a row, beating out Sigma. And now, ladies and gentlemen, winning the grand finals. Speed Gaming, you have had an incredible journey, a hard journey to make it here. Eternal Envy, how proud are you of your team?
Dude, we fucking won, bro.
RTZ, this is the first LAN event you've ever attended. Last minute fill. Do you plan to attend any more, or are you gonna stop after this?
I hope I can attend more so I can win them.
Well, congratulations on your first win here at MLG. My next question for you now, gentlemen. You are MLG champions. What does that mean to you?
What does it mean to you, Pi?
It's the fucking best, like fucking tea in my eye. I don't know. I don't know, man. Sorry. It's amazing.
Unscripted, folks. Is there anything else you would like to say to your fans?
Thank you for believing in me again. It's been a long time since I've done anything in Dota, so thank you to everybody.
Presenting the Major League Gaming Pro Circuit Trophy is MLG's Adam Apicella. Gentlemen, congratulations. The Major League Gaming Pro Circuit champions of Dota 2, Speed Gaming! Congratulations once again to Speed Gaming, and thank you to all of you that stayed so late to watch the broadcast. Want to thank all our players, partners, spectators here in Columbus, and viewers watching from all around the world. Visit MLG.tv daily for the best in esports competitions and programming. The rebroadcast of this tournament will be available in VOD format, and the entire event will be available at MLG.tv. Tune into the Esports Report this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for a full recap and more esports news. Our next championship event will take place June 20th through the 22nd in Anaheim, California. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night and good game.